China's Shenzhou 19 spacecraft blasting off in October. 2024 has been a record year for Chinese space exploration. This was one of 100 launches this year. Shenzhou 19 also carried China's first female space engineer. Earlier this month, it achieved another milestone. Its crew completed a 9-hour spacewalk, successfully installing a space debris protection device at its Tiangong station. China's Chang'e 6 lunar probe also pulled off the first mission to bring back dust from the far side of the moon. But the country's giant leaps forward in space have contrasted with its sputtering economy. The real estate sector is mired in a downturn, consumer spending remains weak, and a sluggish job market has only added to the doom and gloom. Analysts say 2024 could mark China's slowest growth in decades outside of COVID. Policymakers have made several attempts to resuscitate markets, but there's been no sustained recovery so far.
Whilst it was previously possible for the Chinese government to induce sustained stock market rallies through mere promises, pledges, rhetoric and language, the market as of today has become more skeptical, you might say jaded, in reaction to these policy statements, right?
This month, China's top leadership signaled bolder economic support in the coming year. Beijing is readying itself for a fight when Donald Trump returns to office.
We will consolidate and strengthen the momentum of economic recovery and work to achieve steady and long-term economic development.
Already, it seems, a new trade war has begun. Earlier this month, China launched an investigation into chipmaker Nvidia on suspicion it's violated anti-monopoly laws. A week earlier, the Biden administration announced new sanctions on AI chip exports to China.
I don't think the trade war instigated and initiated by Trump had ever ended. President Joe Biden merely continued many of his measures of his predecessor.
China could draw on support from other countries. In October, Russia hosted the first summit of the newly expanded BRICS group of emerging economies. As uncertainty looms over what the Trump administration could mean for the rest of the world, it's a club that's banding closer together and backing Beijing to help protect its members' interests. Patrick Falk, Al Jazeera, Hong Kong.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.